Achieve's role in education reform is really to help lift up the United States in terms of expectation and hopefully performance to that expectation. Right now, our expectations of our kids in K through 12 are abysmally low. Achieve, in trying to benchmark our characteristics to the international marketplace for education, are attempting to raise the expectation level and then raise the performance level. Bottom line of Achieve is improved performance for our kids for the 21st century. Education in the United States is really under the purview of the states. The governors, if they're going to reform education, need the help of the business community. They need business support to implement the tough choices, the tough decisions, the tough actions that we need to improve education. So it's totally important that the business community and the governors act in sync. They have to have the same agenda. We've been talking about educational reform in the United States for over 5 decades. Every major study has said exactly the same 3 things. You need great teachers, you need high expectations, and you need some tension or feedback loops in the system. Education is, in fact, that combination of talent and passion, the capability to add value to what you do in the workplace. That is incredibly important to the future of the United States insofar as our earning power, our ultimate standard of living is concerned. It's important to have a common understanding of what you want kids to learn by a certain age. You can say, I want kids to know algebra by the 8th grade. I want them to know geometry by the 9th grade. They want them to be educated about at a certain grade level, and not to have, Alabama doing something totally different than Alaska, than Arkansas. We want common expectations, but there's also an important point here, which is you need to keep a little bit of flexibility in the system. You don't want to tie the teacher's hands and say, this is the only way you can do it. Set the expectation level. Set the curriculum expectations. And then let the good teachers get in and do the work. That's the important thing. Assessing the quality of education has been a game in the United States for years. Every state has an assessment tool, but most of those assessment tools are not compared to other states or other countries or to actually what the child should learn. They're tools to make us feel good. We're not being honest to the kids. We're not being honest to the parents. We're not being honest to society. We're shortchanging our kids, and we know it. The way that we measure education performance today is atrocious. Intel hires thousands and thousands of new employees each year. Essentially, they're all science, technology, and engineering major employees. With the declining enrollment in the science, technology, engineering, mathematics area in the United States at our universities, for our own national students, it's tougher and tougher each year to find U.S. citizens who have the characteristics to become an Intel employee. We are doing a substandard job educating our kids. Achieve can provide the tools for improvement. The internationally benchmarked curriculum, the internationally benchmarked assessment tool. And then if we can work with the political leaders, the governors, to implement those 2 key aspects of education, then we have a chance to compete and to win. Without it, I think we're dead.